The space race between the USA and Russia. Who won? Who lost? And what does it mean for humanity's future? Who truly leads in the race to conquer the cosmos, the USA or Russia? The answer isn't as simple as who launched farther or spent more. The truth behind this race may reshape how you view humanity's future. Let's embark on this journey of discovery right now. The space race between the USA and Russia is not just a story of science and technology, it's a symbol of ambition, pride, and the fierce rivalry during the Cold War era. To truly grasp how these two superpowers embarked on their journey to conquer space, we must revisit the historical milestones that shaped them. These are not merely grand achievements, but also reflect the distinct approaches they took to realize the dream of space exploration. In 1957, the Soviet Union, Russia's predecessor, stunned the world by successfully launching the first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1. This event marked a turning point in human history, ushering in the space age. Although the satellite was only the size of a basketball, its simple beep-beep signals reverberated worldwide, sending a clear message: the USSR was leading in technological advancement. This success was not just a national pride, but also a strategic lever in the intense competition between the two superpowers. Then, in 1961, Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet cosmonaut, made history as the first human to journey into space aboard the Vostok 1 spacecraft. Looking out the spacecraft's window, Gagarin famously exclaimed, "The Earth is beautiful." A simple yet poignant statement marking humanity's first departure from our planet to explore the vast cosmos. This accomplishment wasn't just a testament to boldness, but also a declaration of the Soviet Union's dominance in the early stages of the space race. Meanwhile, the USA, though initially lagging, was quietly preparing a grand plan. After several early failures, the USA achieved a significant breakthrough with the Apollo program. In 1969, Apollo 11 successfully landed on the moon, making Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin the first humans to set foot on its surface. Armstrong's iconic words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," were not only a declaration of America's victory, but also a representation of humanity's ambition to transcend its limits. The fundamental difference between these two superpowers lies in their strategies and approaches. The Soviet Union, aiming to assert national strength, prioritized rapid and daring achievements that held symbolic significance. This mindset was evident in their focus on high-profile missions, such as launching the first satellite and sending the first human into space. However, this approach also posed challenges in maintaining long-term stability and progress. The USA, on the other hand, chose a more calculated path. Pressured by the Soviet Union's initial successes, the USA heavily invested in research and development. The Apollo program exemplified this strategy. Instead of chasing smaller records, the USA set grand goals and concentrated its resources to achieve them. This approach enabled the USA to achieve a monumental leap with the moon landing, an accomplishment that far exceeded any other competitor at the time. Interestingly, despite their fierce rivalry, both superpowers shared a common trait: they viewed space as a stage to display national power and prestige. For the Soviet Union, space represented a crucial front in the ideological battle to prove its superiority to the world. For the USA, space was not only a technological battleground, but also an opportunity to assert global leadership. The early years of the space race left an indelible mark on history. Yet, more noteworthy is how these two superpowers forged distinct paths to the stars. While the Soviet Union pioneered with early achievements, the USA demonstrated its long-term prowess through sustained progress. The space race of the 1960s was not merely a technological contest, but also a reflection of two mindsets, two approaches to shaping humanity's future. Looking back at these historical milestones, we can clearly see that both the USA and Russia had unique strengths. Russia, with its boldness and speed, paved the way for humanity's initial steps into space. The USA, with its strategic and long-term investments, elevated the competition to new heights. But the question remains, are these achievements enough to secure their leading positions today? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into how the USA and Russia have advanced since the golden era of the space race. As the space race entered the 21st century, the USA and Russia took very different paths, not only in strategy but also in defining their roles on the global space stage. Their competition has shifted from historical milestones to practical aspects, including technological innovation, budgets, and global influence. But who truly leads today? To answer this question, we need an objective perspective while carefully examining various factors. The USA today not only has the largest space budget in the world, but also serves as a hub for technological breakthroughs. What sets the USA apart is its ability to integrate government initiatives with private sector efforts. NASA, the leading space agency, not only spearheads major projects but also collaborates with private companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Boeing. SpaceX, founded by Elon Musk, has revolutionized the space industry with reusable rocket technology, significantly reducing the cost of satellite launches and space missions. One of the USA's recent breakthroughs is the Artemis program, aiming to return humans to the moon by 2025 and establish a long-term presence there. The USA's ambitions extend beyond the moon to Mars, as NASA tests life support technologies and builds advanced research facilities in preparation for interplanetary missions. This reflects a strategic mindset. The USA not only seeks to lead in the present, but also to lay the foundation for a far-reaching future. According to NASA reports, its budget for space missions in 2022 reached nearly $24 billion, far surpassing Russia's space budget. This enables the USA to undertake large-scale projects while sustaining long-term research in climate studies, remote sensing, and weather forecasting. Meanwhile, Russia, though no longer the pioneer it was during the Soviet era, still plays a significant role in the space industry. Russia is known for its Soyuz system, regarded as the most reliable space vehicle for decades. After the USA retired its space shuttle program in 2011, Soyuz became the primary means of transporting astronauts to the International Space Station, ISS. This demonstrates Russia's continued importance in ensuring the stability of international space missions. However, in recent years, Russia has faced numerous challenges, including limited budgets and a lack of technological innovation. Reports indicate that Russia's space budget stands at only $2 to $3 billion annually, a modest figure compared to the USA. Experts suggest that Russia has fallen behind, especially as emerging players like China and India expand their space presence. Nevertheless, Russia continues to collaborate with China, aiming to develop a new space station and explore the moon. Differences in strategies. The most significant difference between the USA and Russia today lies in how they define leadership. For the USA, leadership means pushing the boundaries of what is possible, such as sending humans to Mars or establishing permanent bases on the moon. Russia, on the other hand, focuses on stability and maintaining its role as a pillar of international space missions. This is why Soyuz remains a symbol of reliability, even though its technology has been around for more than 50 years. Some experts argue that while the USA is advancing rapidly with groundbreaking achievements, Russia has chosen a more cautious approach. This makes the space race a strategic puzzle. Can the USA's aggressive innovation ensure its long-term dominance? Or will Russia's stability help it endure in the face of fierce competition? Carl Sagan, the renowned astronomer, once said, "The cosmos is a shared heritage of all humanity." Yet modern experts are divided on the USA and Russia's roles. Some believe the USA is far ahead thanks to its financial strength and innovation. A NASA expert commented, "With SpaceX, Blue Origin, and the Artemis program, the USA has made leaps that Russia will struggle to match." However, Others emphasize Russia's role in balancing ambition with practicality. A researcher at the European Space Agency, ESA, remarked, "Russia may not shine as brightly as before, but it remains an indispensable pillar in international space missions. Russia's stability is key to ensuring global projects run smoothly. When it comes to the pace of innovation, there is no denying the USA's advantage. Yet leadership in space is not merely about technology or budgets, it is also about creating sustainable, long-term value. Russia, while slower, plays a crucial role in maintaining stability and fostering collaboration among nations in joint missions. The big question is whether the USA can maintain its advantage as new players like China and India enter the game. Could Russia regain its leading position by focusing on innovation and partnerships? Only time will tell. For now, it is clear that the USA leads while Russia remains a steady guardian in the dynamic world of space exploration. The USA and Russia are not only competing to achieve distant goals in the cosmos, but also play critical roles for Earth and the entire solar system. To assess their contributions, we must consider how each nation uses its space programs to serve global interests. From protecting our planet to exploring other planets in the solar system. Despite sharing a common goal of space exploration, the USA and Russia approach it with unique perspectives, creating an intriguing dynamic between the two superpowers. Although both nations are leading powers in space exploration, the USA and Russia face challenges and limitations in their pursuit of the stars. These challenges go beyond technology or budgets. They also highlight how countries manage their ambitions, overcome obstacles, and optimize resources. Analyzing these limitations offers a clearer view of the future of the space industry and the roles of the USA and Russia in the global landscape. The USA, while leading in budgets, technology, and mission numbers, also faces significant pressure. Ambitious programs like Artemis and the Mars missions demand enormous resources, financial, human, and technological. Reports suggest that NASA's budget, though substantial, is still not sufficient to meet the demands of these massive projects. This has led the USA to rely increasingly on private companies like SpaceX. While partnerships with private companies such as SpaceX provide significant advantages, such as cost reduction and innovation, they also come with risks. Some experts worry that financial struggles or strategic shifts within these private companies could disrupt critical space programs. Moreover, the strong commercialization of space in the USA has sparked debate, with critics arguing that it could overshadow purely scientific objectives. Another limitation of the USA is the imbalance in resource allocation. While NASA focuses heavily on distant missions like Mars and the Moon, some experts argue that it has not sufficiently addressed urgent issues on Earth, such as monitoring climate change or developing technology to prevent asteroid collisions. This raises the question, is the USA too focused on the Mars dream at the expense of addressing pressing, practical challenges closer to home? For Russia, the most significant challenge is financial. Russia's space budget in recent years has hovered around $2 to $3 billion annually, a modest figure compared to the scale of its ambitions. This makes it difficult for Russia to maintain technological innovation, particularly as competitors like the USA, China, and even India accelerate their advancements. Another issue is Russia's reliance on outdated technologies. While the Soyuz system is highly reliable, it has been in use for over 50 years and struggles to compete with modern technologies from the USA or China. Russia's current space missions primarily depend on old frameworks, lacking the breakthroughs necessary to address new challenges. Furthermore, Russia faces declining influence in international projects. The International Space Station, ISS, where Russia once played a crucial role, is losing priority in the strategies of other nations. With the rise of SpaceX, the USA no longer relies on Russia for ISS missions as it once did. This has prompted Russia to seek new partnerships, such as with China. But these projects have not yet grown large enough to re-establish its leadership. From the limitations of both the USA and Russia, we can draw valuable lessons about managing ambition and resources in space exploration. First, the space race is not merely about budgets or technology, it is a question of long-term strategy. The USA has demonstrated that public-private collaboration can drive significant breakthroughs, but over-reliance on the private sector may pose risks. Russia, on the other hand, has shown that experience and stability are vital assets but must be supported by continuous innovation. Another lesson comes from how these two superpowers interact with the world. While the USA and Russia are often seen as rivals, international collaborations like the ISS demonstrate that space can be a realm where nations set aside conflicts to work together for common goals. Carl Sagan famously said, "We are inhabitants of a small blue dot in the vast cosmos." Space exploration is not the responsibility of one nation, but a shared duty of all humanity. However, this cooperation is under threat as countries like Russia and the USA pivot toward independent projects, reducing opportunities for shared resources and knowledge. From these lessons, a critical question emerges: can the USA and Russia overcome their limitations to jointly lead humanity into a new era of space exploration? Or will the space race become a playground for new players like China, India, or international alliances? The answer lies not only in technological capabilities, but also in how nations view their roles in an increasingly interconnected world. Ultimately, the limitations of both the USA and Russia are not just obstacles, but opportunities for growth and learning. If the USA can balance its grand ambitions with immediate concerns, and if Russia can innovate its technology while strengthening international cooperation, both nations will remain vital to humanity's journey to the stars. Achieving this requires change, not only in policy but also in vision, a global vision for space that transcends national borders. So, what do you think? Will the USA's bold innovation or Russia's enduring legacy truly define the future of space exploration? Or perhaps a new contender like China will shift the balance? Don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your perspective might change how others see the future of space exploration.